Welcome everyone to the next Rev Tony Says Deep Dive. We're so excited to bring you episode 6. We're going deep on each and every lesson in the workbook, one at a time, drawing on Rev Tony's incredible 40-plus years of daily study. And we're going to be looking at this lesson through the lens of ACIM metaphysics and Rev Tony's core insight, the idea that transformation is in fact a science, a kind of physics that he's actually exploring for his doctoral work.
So, let's start with our opening mantra for today's entire exploration. It's this: perception is a mirror, not a window. Seriously, this one idea is the key. It unlocks not just lesson 6, but the entire thought system of the course. It's telling us that we aren't just looking out at a world that happens to us, we're actually looking into a reflection of a world that happens from us.
All right, so here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the core principle of lesson 6, then we'll really unpack the metaphysics behind it. From there, we'll connect that ancient wisdom to some cutting-edge science, lay out the nuts and bolts of the daily practice, and then wrap it all up by talking about what it means to be a dedicated student on this path.
So, first up, the illusion of upset. You see, lesson 6 isn't just asking us to repeat some nice-sounding phrase. Not at all. It's actually presenting a fundamental law of consciousness. And once you really get it, really grasp it, it changes absolutely everything about how you experience your world.
And here it is, straight from the text. I am upset because I see something that is not there. Now, let's be honest. On the surface, this sounds completely impossible, right? The traffic jam, that argument you had, the bad news on TV, it all seems very, very there. But the course is asking us to just consider a radical alternative.
So how in the world can something we see so clearly be not there? Well, to understand this, we've got to dive into the course's metaphysics of perception. The whole idea here is that the cause of our feelings, of our upsets, is never in the external world. It's always, always within our own minds.
Which brings us right to the critical question, doesn't it? If I can see it, if I can touch it, how can it possibly be not there? The answer lies in this really clever mechanism the ego uses to keep us constantly looking in the wrong place for the cause of our pain. And that mechanism is called projection. It's the mind's ability to take an internal thought or feeling, like guilt or fear or judgment, and just cast it outward onto a person or a situation. Then what do? We react to that person or situation, completely convinced that they are the cause of our upset, when really we're just reacting to our own thought that we've thrown out there.
And this is just such a powerful way to put it. Rev Tony says, the world you see is simply the witness to your state of mind. It's the outside picture of an inward condition. You see, the world doesn't cause your state of mind, it reflects it. It's the mirror.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This idea that our inner state shapes our outer world might sound a little philosophical. But what is absolutely fascinating is how this ancient wisdom is now being echoed by modern physics. And we're not talking about woo-woo stuff here. This is the real cutting edge of the science of consciousness.
The work of brilliant scientists like Dr. Robert Lanza suggests that consciousness isn't just some random byproduct of a physical brain. No, it's the other way around. Consciousness is fundamental. The universe, space, time, matter itself, it all seems to arise from consciousness. So what we call reality is actually a process that our consciousness is actively participating in.
And Dr. Sean Higgins' work takes this even a step further, completely reframing the human body itself. It's not just a physical shell, a container. Think of it more like a sophisticated biological instrument, a receiver that's capable of tuning into frequencies of reality that go way beyond our 5 senses. It's the very tool we use in this science of transformation. In this quote from Jesus' My Autobiography, just ties it all together so perfectly. See the physical as a consequence of the non-physical. This is the essence of the science of mind. It's that meeting point of spiritual truth and scientific discovery. And like Rev Tony always emphasizes, this is the very foundation of his own doctoral research. Okay, so with this profound understanding of metaphysics and physics under our belt, let's bring it all the way back to our daily practice. How do we apply this incredible science of mind in a really practical way using lesson 6?
Well, the course gives us a very clear, repeatable experiment. 3 to 4 times today. Just take about a minute to search your mind. When you find an upsetting thought, don't try to push it away. Instead, just identify the feeling. Is it anger, fear, worry? Then name the specific person or thing you think is causing it. And finally, you just apply the idea.
So think of this as a simple but really powerful formula. You just plug in your own situation. I am worried about this bill because I see something that is not there. Or I am angry at my friend because I see something that is not there. Every single time you use this sentence, you're practicing withdrawing that projection. You're gently reminding yourself that the true cause isn't what it appears to be. Now, for this practice to really work, the lesson gives us two crucial warnings. First, don't grade your upsets. A tiny flicker of annoyance and a huge burst of rage, they actually come from the exact same place, and they disturb your peace equally. And second, you can't pick and choose which upsets to apply this to. You can't hold on to your anger in one area and then expect to find peace in another. Every single upset is an opportunity to practice and to learn.
And that really brings us to the bigger picture here. This lesson isn't some one-and-done fix. It's one more step in the journey of becoming a truly dedicated student of this science of mind, of consistently, consciously choosing to look at the mirror instead of the window.
Which brings us right back where we started. Full circle. Perception is a mirror, not a window. Every time you feel that pang of upset today, this is your invitation. It's a chance to stop looking out at the world as the cause and instead to look into the mirror of your own mind to find the thought that's being reflected. As Rev Tony so often says, the problem is never what you think it is.
We really hope you'll practice with this profound idea today. And of course, we hope you'll join us for our next deep dive on Lesson 7 in the Rev Tony Says series. Until then, keep your radio dials tuned to thecourse.ai.
And hey, if you want to go deeper with all this, please come visit us at thecourse.ai. It's an AI-enhanced platform for A Course in Miracles, and it's packed with hundreds of deep dives, live Zoom gatherings with Rev Tony, webinars, and an absolutely incredible community of dedicated students. We would love for you to join us.
And we'll leave you with this final thought from Rev Tony. There will always be more deep dives because the truth is one. But the ways to express the one are infinite. You should know you are one of the specifically unique expressions. Thank you so much for joining us.